Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. We are doing another gameplay of House Flipper, and this time I bought the boring house. There's no specific reason why I bought it, just because. And again, as I did with the previous house, I have no idea who I'm going to sell it to. I'm just going to feel it, see how it goes, and work my way through it. So this is how the house looks like before. You can see it's all brick and boring. Now let's go inside the house and see what we're working with. Alright, I didn't touch a single thing yet. Alright, so I don't know why this was a boring house. Seems like a lot of people had fun here. But I guess it is plain in its own way. Oh, okay, so there's a downstairs. Interesting. Alright. So I know what I am working with. Whoa, I don't know what happened here. So I know this house has technically 2 floors. I don't know where I guess the top part is just empty. But anyways, I'm not sure who I'm going to be selling it to. It does seem like a family home, but I'm not too sure which family would be good to have this. Again, I just kind of do this on a whim. I don't really have a specific plan. But yeah, we'll just start cleaning up and I will show you the after pretty much in a few seconds. This is the before and here is the after. Okay, so what do you guys think about the new house? Yup. This is how the after of the house looks like. As you can see, there are a lot of rugs, and that's exactly what this family wants. In my previous video that I've done for Veronica, she likes a lot of paintings and plants, and that's kind of like a cheat for how you can get her to be your highest bidder. But for this family, I would say rugs would be the cheat for their house for them to be the highest bidder. I will guide you through the house. So first, I've changed the whole brick layout to this white horizontal panel. You don't really need to do that. The house is so uneven that it kind of bothered me when I was working with it. So this is the house from the outside. As you can see, it looks kind of nice. I don't know, when I think of grandma's house, I kind of think of this old looking classic white house. So like I said, Veronica and the Jantart family, they kind of like the same things when it comes to art. So they like pictures on the walls and they like plants, but not too many. So the difference between Veronica and the Jantart family is that Veronica wants a bunch of plants. Like, she wants to live in a fucking forest. But the Jantart family, they kind of just want 1 or 2. I think at most they want 2. Anything more, they don't really mind, but it doesn't give them any bonus points. It actually adds more points for Veronica, so you kind of want to avoid doing that. About the Jantart family, They're both about 70 years old. They're both retired, and they're looking for a smaller house. They're from Massachusetts, and one is a Capricorn, the other one's an Aquarius. Interesting. So this is the living room. For furniture in general, they want something old or wooden. It was really hard for me to differentiate what is old. I saw that you can just change it from oldest, but I feel like the oldest things or the newest things would be cheaper, or some would be more expensive. So like, for example, we went by oldest rug. Like, some of these are more expensive than the cheaper things, but those are considered newer. So it just kind of, I don't know, it was kind of weird for me. Maybe it was by design or something like that, but I don't think price really matters when it comes to buying their furniture. Obviously, you don't want super expensive things because it would stray away from having that old classic standard stuff. So they want bookcases for their family photos. They want wooden furniture, so I got a bunch of wooden furniture. I think the key words you want to look for when making a house for them is standard, old, so old-fashioned stuff, and classic. These are some things that you would want to have in your house. I didn't include all of them. Like, for example, the bed. One thing about the bed, this is definitely not the classic bed because the classic bed is so ugly. So I was like, no, I'm not going to include that. But, oh, that's another keyword too. Another keyword you would want to include is wooden. So, for example, for the bed, I'm pretty sure I chose a wooden bed. But I'm also pretty sure, like, the wooden bed is more expensive. It's more on the pricier side. But if you see this kind of bed, you can use it. Something that's wooden, honestly. I don't think they'll mind. I put in this heater because old people get cold easily. Or part of the guide was that they like heaters around the house. So I put a lot of radiators. There's no ceiling light for this area, but I just put a lamp here. I think it adds on to the nice at grandpa's house feel. And wooden dresser. I think these are like the two main things that you should have, like a wooden bed and a wooden dresser. You don't have to include the mirror and you don't have to include the heater, but those things definitely help out. Pictures also help out because they don't like empty walls. I know that's like a thing for them for sure. Yeah, these floors are so bare. There's no plants in the house. It's so depressing with all those empty walls. So they definitely want paintings or pictures. I put a little rug here. I could have added more carpet, but it's gone to the point where that if I added more carpet, it doesn't actually benefit them. They don't gain any more points. I think at some point when you've added so many carpets, they don't really care anymore. And it starts to add points for Veronica. So I strayed away from doing that. So that was the bedroom. As you can see, I put a large painting here. As for the bathroom, I used all the wooden stuff. So I used this and I used this. I think this was a really cool thing. Then I added curtains. You don't really have to add the curtains, but you should add paintings. And you don't need to add this thing because this thing, honestly, what is it? You don't need to add this thing. Honestly, again, what is it? They want a toilet, a sink, and a bathtub. So I used the wooden sink and it kind of just added on everything else. And then this is a carpet, which to me is kind of unrealistic because how can you add a carpet underneath the bathtub or underneath your toilet? Because it would definitely block the pipe after you flush. So that wouldn't make any sense. But I just put it there. It looks nice. These tiles and this floor, I kind of just got them, but I'm pretty sure it's from the classic area. Yeah, so the walls are ceramic tiles, classic brown, and then from there I kind of just added on these tiles, so you don't have to add them. But yeah, wooden doors, obviously they would like. There were previously 2 rooms here. I got rid of that and then I merged it all into one room because the bathroom was so small and then the bedroom was so small, so I just merged it together. I shrunk down this side of the wall because I felt like it was weird that the bedroom was leading to the outside, and then when I merged bedroom and the bathroom together. The bathroom was leading to the outside, which I also found strange. So I kind of just pushed down this wall and made it look more open so that the living room was bigger, and it wasn't weird that I cut off the kitchen. They don't want a kitchenette, which means that they don't want an open kitchen that leads into the living room or the dining room. They want a closed off kitchen, which for me is kind of weird because I've had friends who had that kitchenette thing. I was also raised in a kitchenette kind of house, so having a house that kind of closes off the kitchen is very different for me. I didn't even know that was a thing until like I was looking up guides and looking up what the word kitchenette even meant. I got a wooden fridge, just a bunch of wooden stuff. Honestly, this whole house bothers me in a sense that everything is uneven. Like, these windows are weirdly placed. It's like this isn't even centered. This one is kind of off-centered. This window is also off-centered. Everything is off-centered in this house. I think this place is the only thing that's centered. This door is off-centered. This door, oh, don't even get me started with this door. And you can't even break down the walls of the outer house. Like, they won't let you. So there was really nothing I could do except for just work with it. And yeah, besides the bookcases, I added this like antique couch and this wooden rocking chair. I think it added to the old house kind of vibe. And just for a splash of color, I added these lime green curtains. I think they added some kind of life to the house. That's pretty much the house layout. I know I'm really bad at explaining things. A lot of it looks self-explanatory. And yeah, I don't really think there's anything else about this house that you really need to know. Like, there's nothing specific for them. Again, I used the boring house. So I turned this house from boring to retirement home. It's not so boring anymore. I'm sure the Jantart family gets lit in their own way. Let's auction off this house and see what happens. Wow, even they think it's too many rooms. That's kind of funny, because I feel like there's not enough rooms. I had that kind of issue with them. There's a lot more positive opinions than negative, which is great, but I'm still shocked that there are too many rooms for them. I feel like there were not that many rooms. Can I even try to negotiate? I'm always trying to negotiate, but I don't think it's gonna work this time. Aw, man, they can't afford to pay more. To the retirement home you go. Fuck you guys. I'm kidding. I'll give you guys the house. And there we go. That's how you guys get the just enough achievement for the Jantart family. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. But yeah, that kind of wraps up this video for today. Sorry I wasn't so energetic, if I was at all, or sorry if I just talked too much. That's how I sold the boring house to the Jantart family. Check out my other videos. Subscribe, leave a like, and comment down below for anything else you'd like to see. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.